the best Battlefront 2 player of all time. I am the highest ranked Battlefront 2 player on the PS4 network. I'm exquisite, using Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber on the Xbox One S. I am unbeatable on the PlayStation 4. I am undeniable on the PlayStation 4. I am undefeated on the PlayStation 4. Let's cut the shit. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. It is 12:36 p.m. and I'm going to be hanging out with you for about 30 minutes. Got back in town, was it yesterday? What's today, Tuesday? No, Sunday night. Today's Tuesday. And I'm ready to get back in the swing of things. I went to, now some of you were here on last night's stream, so you kind of know the gist, but every year, me and my buddies take a big cabin trip. These are guys that I've known since I was about 12, most of them, 12 or 13, and we've just kept in touch ever since. We're best of buds. We were in each other's weddings, and it doesn't get better. It's a good time. Always a good time. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Good to see you, Took. Mad Dog Productions, Wayfez, Darth Sean, Psychotic. Good to see you, man. Arca Subbro. Shit. Remind me how to, Orko. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. It's good to see you as always. I think you're one of the latest fleet members, but it's good to see everybody. It always feels good to get back home, but with a trip like that, man, you could always use a few more days, right? It's always a bummer to leave your buddies, and potentially not see some of them for another year, but we'll see. As always, I got holy shit. That is loud, isn't it? I apologize. I'm going to have to figure out how to turn that down. Psychotic, thank you so much for coming in with the first super chat and channel support of the stream, man. I greatly appreciate that. I love the question, too. I forgot to ask, how was the trip? Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about it. So these guys are 7 of us, and since we were about 15 or 16 when we first got our licenses, our driver's licenses, we've always taken big road trips together. We used to drive from Florida to Bethany Beach, Delaware. We used to drive from Florida to New York when we were like 17, 18, 16, around there. We used to just take road trips all the time. And then in 2007, when I was 21 and we were all 21, we decided to get a cabin. And ever since 2007, we've rented a cabin pretty much every year. The only year, man, my headphone cord always gets in the way. It's kind of aggravating. So every year since 2007, we've rented a cabin, and just done a big hangout. It's always great. There have been a few years we've missed just because, like, bachelor parties and stuff. But those bachelor parties were cabins. They just had more people. So we've done about 7 cabin trips, just the 7 of us, I believe, with a couple other people sprinkled in there. But it's just the best time, man. We get a ton of beer. I mean, it's an insane amount of beer. We grill out. My buddy Joe makes spaghetti. He's Italian, and the recipe runs in his family generations. And this year we rented a boat. The previous year we went whitewater rafting, and the previous year before that we went on horses. We never been on a boat. I'd been on a horse before. We got on horses. The year before that, we just do something different every year. It was just the best time, man. The best time. So if anybody's curious and want to see a couple pictures from my trip, follow me on Instagram. So I think I posted like 6 or 7. It's the best time, man. The game's a bit loud. Oh, I apologize. Sorry. I was so used to, I've been streaming so much of just hangout streams that I completely forgot to, and usually I have the desktop audio as loud as it can go for those, and I turn down the music itself, but I completely forgot to turn it down for a video game. So I guess you didn't hear any of that. Boom. Gotcha. I apologize, guys. Did anybody hear any of that? Psychotic, once again, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Once again. Psychotic says, question, do you think there should be a level cap on Battlefront 2? I'm tired of seeing level 300 heroes and troops and such. You know, I kind of like the idea of just endless levels. Is that what it is right now? It's just endless levels? At a certain point, it really doesn't matter, right? At a certain point, it's almost just the level becomes a cosmetic in itself, and you've basically maxed out everything you possibly can max out, and your level doesn't really seem to matter. At least that's from my perspective, what it feels like. Now, so no, I don't really have a problem with that. Like, if I'm, let's say, level 500, if that's even possible, then I'm probably not any better than, like somebody that's a level 50 or level 40 or level 30, right? Who already has all the stuff that they want, who's already unlocked all the cards that they want. It's tough to say though. I think that's how it works, but oh yikes. But no, I don't really have a problem with it, to tell you the truth. Now if level 300 was significantly better than like level 50 or something like that, yeah, I would understand that. But from my perspective, it's almost just a cosmetic. It's just a way to say, hey, I've played a bunch, you know? I've played a bunch, and I'm gonna show you how much I've played, you know? That's how I see it, at least, but yeah. I can kind of see how it would be annoying. But I appreciate that, Psychotic. Let me take a quick sip of coffee here. I heard about that, Stuart. People are so goddamn gullible. I actually started writing a video about it this morning. Not about that, but about rumors and all that. Orko, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. It's good to see you. I greatly appreciate that on this Tuesday afternoon, at least afternoon for me. What time is it over there for you? I'm curious. I can't do the math. But Orko says, hello there, my Florida man. Thank you for doing an afternoon stream, which I can catch. How was the weekend with the boys? Any good stories? But yeah, first of all, thanks. I'm glad I'm able to stream in the afternoon here. Like I said, I'm going to try to start doing that more often and accommodating the afternoon crowd, the folks on the other side of the globe. It makes it more fun, you know. Just it's always fun to see different crowds and stuff like that too. But I'm glad you're able to drop in, man. So any good stories? Well, it's always just a big hang, you know. We rented a boat, and like we for the first hour that we had it, we tubed. We each took turns doing tubes and trying to flip each other off of it while we're going really fast in the boat. And then the rest of the 3 hours that we had the boat rented, we literally found a little like cove and parked it, and we all got in the water with life vests on and just drank an entire cooler of beer floating in the water for 3 hours. Just shooting the shit, catching up and everything. And then the cabin actually had a pool too, so that was the first time one of our cabins has ever had a pool. And I think there is, I think it's gonna have to be a must moving forward. So that's basically what we did. We went on the boat, we hang out in the pool, we drank so many beers, we ate so much food, and yeah, nothing crazy. It's like, now that we're all 33, 34, it's definitely a lot less rowdy than it used to be. Like when we started this tradition, when we were like 18 to 20, I think, the tradition, it was a lot more rowdy, as you could imagine. It was a hell of a lot more rowdy. But now it's just kind of like laid back, and we drink a lot of beer. We play a lot of drinking games. Sometimes we get loud, but it's all fun, you know. It's all such a blast. 10:12 p.m. India time. Nice. Nice. But yeah, Orko, I appreciate that channel support this afternoon, or this evening for you. What's up, Cole? Good to see you, man. It was 38 last night here in Utah. Summer is already on the way out. Yikes. That's cold. That's cold for my blood. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself here, aren't I? Yeah, that was the worst. That was the worst. Dude, that was the worst. Arcros, are you the latest fleet member? You should be. I don't see you up at the tip top there. Weird. And did I pronounce your name correctly? Anyway, thank you so much for becoming a fleet member. I believe you're the newest one. I don't know why it's glitching out at the tip top there, but I appreciate that, man. If everybody could do me a favor and say welcome to the fleet. Arcaros. Am I saying that correctly? Any news on Sorry About the Mess? So it's all done. I actually finished all the audiobook chapters. And what's funny, man, is that, like, I keep wanting to go back and change stuff up. And I keep wanting to go back and, like, add stuff, you know. But at a certain point, I've basically said, okay, you're done. You're done. Let's just get it out. The only thing that's really hampering it being out right now is me writing up a description and writing up all the ins and outs on Amazon and all the, you know, the store stuff and whatnot. It's just hard to find the time to do that, and I don't really know how to go about it. And also, there's a little part of me that's a little Arcaros. Oh, nice. There's a little part of me that's kind of nervous to put it out because it turned out to be a lot more personal than I initially intended it to be. I mean, there's chapters talking about all sorts of stuff about my life that I didn't intend to be in there, really. And I just started typing, and it happened that way. A lot of stuff about being a dad, a lot of stuff about growing up, a lot of stuff about the Navy. So it's not, it's not a book just about Star Wars. There's a lot of Star Wars mixed into it, right? Because it's just always been there. It's always been background noise, even when I'm writing about other stuff. But it's a very personal, and there's a part of me that's like, oh man, I kind of want to change this up. But, I wrote it for a reason. Hopefully I'll put it out soon. I'm debating about just waiting until closer to the Rise of Skywalker, at which will be around the same time that I move into my new house. Which will just be a nice little, I don't know, a nice little, something to put out with the new Star Wars movie, We'll see. Connor Johnson, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Did you know that Scarface is coming to 4K? I didn't know that. If I would have guessed, I would have said that it was already out on 4K. That's cool for the film aficionados. Let me minimize this. Of course, my spyware bullshit pops up right in the middle of a game. I'm not the biggest Scarface fan. I don't know why. I've seen it a bunch. I've seen it a bunch, and it's never been one that I've like really desired to rewatch. Or one that I've really ever like loved. I get why people like it. I get it. But it's one, for whatever reason, one that I haven't really had a big love for. Maybe I need to watch it again. It's probably been about 8-10 years since I've sat down and actually watched it. From start to finish. But yeah. I only buy 4K Blu-rays of things that I really love. I only buy physical media of movies that I really love, and I'll probably pass on Scarface. I'll probably pass on Scarface. But I'm sure, Connor, you're informing a whole bunch of people on this stream that Scarface is coming on 4K, and maybe some of them have never seen it. And maybe their first introduction to Scarface will be on 4K Blu-ray, which would be kind of neat, right? I think that'd be kind of neat. Whoa! Ouch. But I appreciate that, Connor. And Grant Guthrie, thank you so much. Grant, welcome to the fleet, man. I greatly appreciate that. That Death Star alarm was super loud in my ear. I need to turn all that stuff down, so I apologize for blowing out your eardrums. But Grant, thank you so much for becoming the latest member of the fleet. You get a special role in the Discord server, as well as you can hop into supporter Q&As, which tonight is going to be a supporter Q&A for all you guys, the fleet members in the chat right now. Hop in probably around like 7 o'clock or so is a safe bet, Eastern time, 7 o'clock p.m. And I should be hopping on around then to do a little bit of the supporter Q&A. If you're a patron supporter, please ask a question, because I didn't really receive that many this month. So it'll be a pretty low-key hang, which it always is, but it'll probably be even more low-key than normal, which will be fun. We'll see. But Grant, thank you so much. If everybody could do me a big favor in the chat and say, welcome to the fleet, Grant, I would greatly appreciate that. Welcome to the fleet. And Psychotic, thank you for the super chat and channel support. I want to volunteer myself to help you. Let me. Dude, I don't even know. Dude, I can barely help myself. I don't even know where the help would be needed, to tell you the truth. Like, I'm so... how do I put this? I'm so... Like greed. I've done a lot of collaborative projects in my life with non-Greedo stuff, like jobs that I had, graphic design stuff, photography stuff that I've had. That Hello Greedo is kind of my own little, like, my own little project, you know. And if I get overwhelmed, it's fine, because I don't have to rush. And if I feel like I have a lot to do, it just makes it more fun, because it's a project of passion, you know. So like Hello Greedo is the one thing, well, not nowadays, I do a lot of things on my own now, but Hello Greedo used to be the one thing where it was just me, and I kind of like it that way, you know. It's even, I appreciate the offer to help. I've had people offer to like translate my videos, which is a really cool idea, and I've had people offer, you know, a bunch of random stuff, voiceover work and whatnot. But even when I've had people request to, or ask if they can do voiceover work in my videos, I still like to do it all myself and record myself. Does that make sense? I don't know how to describe it. I just, yeah. If there's ever anything Psychotic, I'll let you know. But as of right now, there's really no projects that I'm working on that would require help, you know. But if something comes up, I'll definitely let you know. Yeah, I guess it's maybe a little weird that yeah, like I said, I've worked on stuff with people quite a bit in my life, and the Greedo is just kind of, you know, it's my baby, and it's you know, everything that I say on here, everything that I create, everything that I do on here is just me. And my opinions, my designs, my whatevers. And I want to be solely responsible for the stupid shit, the fuck-ups, and the cool stuff too, you know. Grant Guthrie, thank you so much for the super chat. Channel support extremely generous, not only today, but this month. I greatly appreciate that, man. A stream when I am not working. Truly, this is a great start to the day. The joys of working swing shift and Pacific time. Have you watched Love, Death, Robots on Netflix? Think you'd like some of them. I've actually seen one episode of that, Grant. I'm trying to think what it was called. I mean, it was the one with the three robots who, I think it was three robots, who are walking around the ruins of the world, and I think they stumble upon, like, oh man, what, somebody will toss what that's called, but there was cursing in it and stuff like that, which I didn't expect, but I loved. And yeah, they were walking around like the ruins of cities and talking about things that humans used to do and wear and mess with, and I really liked that episode. That's the only thing that I've ever watched, because actually someone recommended that particular episode to me like to kind of step foot into that series, and I really enjoyed it. So honestly, I completely forgot about it until just now. So I'm sure I'll watch a few in the future. I watched that when my daughter was pretty young, I feel like. I watched it while I was feeding her a bottle. She might have been a few months old. Can't remember when that came out. But yeah. Yeah, Grant, I appreciate that, man. Truly, it's great. Joys of working swing shift in the Pacific time. Have you watched? So, yeah, Grant, I'm trying to... Oh, it's just called Three Robots? Okay, nice. I'm trying to accommodate all different, you know, time zones and places on the planet, because, you know, I used to stream, I don't know if you know this, Grant, but like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and further back, my primary streaming time was like 2:30 p.m., 3 p.m., around then, Eastern time. And ever since my daughter was born, it was, at least in the early days, it was pretty hard for me to find a time to stream during the day. It's still kind of difficult, but I'm trying to make it work. And the way I'm making it work is doing these shorter streams, because it's easier for me, you know, like 30-minute streams. It's just way easier for me, because my daughter, I don't know when she's gonna wake up from a nap. She's down right now. Could be 30 minutes, it could be 2 hours. I never know. But so these 30-minute chunks in the day is just a nice kind of, just a nice way to do a little stream, and accommodate some global viewers that aren't Eastern time. So yeah, definitely gonna do them more frequent, and I might start doing like 2 a day. You know, we'll see. We'll see. But I appreciate that, Grant. Thanks for stopping in, man. So the rest of the stream, I'm just gonna do a Lightspeed Lounge, if that's cool with you guys. I got about like 7-8 minutes left, so I'm just gonna turn on some tunes if you guys don't mind, and we can hang out. What you think? Sound good? Cool? Cool. Cool. Let me know if the music's too loud, as always. Lightspeed Lounge. Orko, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Once again, man, I greatly appreciate that. Got a review paper due in 2 days. Your dulcet tones really help me concentrate on my writing. Would love some afternoon lounge. Can't wait for the book too. Also, did you check out SWTOR? I did. I did. Is that the one that I really got into? Let me look. There were a few. There were a few that were recommended to me that day, Orko. I saved one, links. Stellar Drone. Yep. The Light Years is the album that I've been listening to a lot. Like this morning when I'm looking at the Psychedelic Muse YouTube channel, Stellar Drone, Light Years full album. Yep, I listened to this morning when I was writing a video. So yeah, I've been listening to the hell out of that for sure. The other ones were FM 84, which I like. It's a little more upbeat. And there were a couple other that I bookmarked too. But yeah, it's really good, man. It's just perfect, right up my alley. It's great writing music, great working music. I really love listening to that kind of stuff. You know, it's I don't know. It's not distracting. Because whenever I try to like work on stuff when I'm listening to a podcast or music with lyrics, it's impossible. I can't concentrate. But stuff like Stellar Drone, it's just gets you in the right headspace to type away and even design stuff and you know, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. But wait, I don't know how you concentrate writing while listening to somebody speak. I could not do that. I could not do that. But if it helps you, hey. And Orko, if you have you seen the cover of the book? Oh, there's the cover of the book. Yeah, that's the cover. And the chapter list. Let me read. I'll read off the chapter list. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring this down. And oh, let me mute that. Or is that actually playing? No, it's not playing. Is it? Is that? Can you hear my video? So Orko, on the day, and this goes to anybody, on the day that I released the book, maybe a little bit before, we'll see. I'm gonna have this, what you're watching right now, on loop. And this is the introduction to the audiobook. It's not, if you buy the audiobook, you will not hear this. This is the introduction to the stream. I believe the video itself, the entire first chapter is like 30 something minutes long. So the video will just repeat, and it'll, you know, every 30-something minutes, this introduction will play, me talking, and then it'll jump into the audiobook. So, just kind of, well, you're about to see it, hopefully. I forgot this intro was so long. But yeah, Orko, as soon as this idiot on the screen stops talking, there we go. So those are the chapters right there. You're listening to the origin story. Well, you're not hearing it right now. And then chapter 2 is why Star Wars, and then YouTube, and then clickbait and social media, and my top 10 movies, the United States Navy, video games, being a dad, supporter Q&A, and in closing. Those are the 10 chapters. So they're all over the place. There's a reason the book is called Sorry About the Mess. They're very similar to my live streams in a way where, you know, I just go off on random tangents and shit like that. So it'll be cool. I'm excited to... I'm really excited to do the stream. I'm really debating about doing the stream before the book is released, because it'd just be a nice little, I don't know, preview. Anyway, Orko, I appreciate that, man. I'm excited to get it out, too. I need to kick it into gear, right? And Tom Grove, thank you for the super chat and channel support as well. Trailer for Love, Death, Robots beats the show. Haha. Oh, really? I never watched the trailer for it. Somebody just recommended to me, like, when it first came out on a live stream, and it looked like something that I'd be into, and I gave that episode a shot. So maybe, so I literally don't know what any of the other episodes look like or feel like, or what they're all about. So maybe I'll watch the trailer to get a little feel for the rest of the episodes. Yeah, I'll do that after the stream. How about that? I'll watch the trailer, and then try to finish up this where the hell do these Star Wars rumors come from video that I wrote this morning. So anyway, Tom, I greatly appreciate that. If anybody has not seen the Love, Death, and Robot show, I've only seen I don't think it's the first episode, but it's an episode called 3 Robots, apparently. And it's good. It's worth a watch. It's not even like 15 minutes long, right? Maybe even shorter than that, but yeah. And Bradfully42, thank you for the super chat and channel support. I don't have much to say, so here's some support. Well, I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna say, I always say, I would love to fire up some PUBG or something like that soon, or have you hop into some Battlefront with me, because I'm missing some gaming for sure. But Brad, even if you don't have much to say, I appreciate the support all the same, man. Thank you so much. I hope everything's going well for you. And Grant Guthrie, thank you for the super chat and channel support once again, man. Light Years is my favorite of their albums. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. I usually, like, Grant, with stuff like that, I usually don't listen to one artist. I usually find, you're probably the same way, or you know of them. I usually find, like, playlists and stuff like that from, what are some YouTubers? Let me see. Odysseus is one of the guys who makes, like, playlists and stuff like that. I believe there's one called, well, here it is. That's Odysseus. There's one called, like, Jedi Master or something like that. And I usually listen to that, like, playlists, and if something, and they're always great, and I always look at the artists down in the description below to see who's playing them, and sometimes I'll check out that catalog, but for the most part, I just go to playlists. So to find an album that I love through and through, one that I can just listen to and constantly listen to and work on stuff while listening to it, it's nice, you know. And I'm saving up some dough on the Google Play Store, because I don't know if you guys know this. If you have an Android phone, or maybe they have it on the iPhone thing too. There's like a Google Rewards thing where every once in a while it'll send you a questionnaire or something like that, or a survey to take, and every time you take a survey you get like 20 cents or something like that. So I have like $8.30 in my Google Play Store, and I'm waiting until I get it like $2 more so I can buy this Stellar Drone album on there. But yeah. But yeah, man, I appreciate that support, and I really dig it for sure. Yeah, sounds good, Brad. Absolutely. Sounds good. Squog, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well, man. Hey, Greedo, let's talk music for a sec. Do you like Tool, and have you heard the new song? Also, American football is great. Hell yeah, American football is great. That being said, I haven't really listened to the new American football album. I've been obsessed with their debut, their self-titled, their first one, since well, it came out in '99. I probably didn't discover it until 2001, and since then I've loved it ever since. So, do I like Tool? I used to listen to more A Perfect Circle back in the day than Tool. I mean, I always listen to, let me see, A Perfect Circle. Okay, so when did, what was that album called with the song Julia? Isn't it called Julia? Oh, Judith. That's right, Judith. And 3 Libras. I used to listen to A Perfect Circle a lot. More than Tool back in the day. And I used to listen to that album when I would play, like, Ultima Online. When I think of Tool, I think of A Perfect Circle. And when I think of A Perfect Circle, I think of Ultima Online. I don't know why, just because I used to listen to it a lot. So, yeah, I listened to Tool a little bit back in the day. But it's been, I mean, now it's almost been 2 decades since I've really listened to them. I kind of had a phase where I was digging them quite a bit, but I heard they're coming out with a new album, and I did not know a single was released yet. So after the stream, I'm probably gonna hop in the shower and I'll put that on and see what it sounds like. But yeah, if you like American football, you should check out Mike Kinsella's solo project called Owen. I've liked his solo stuff for a very long time. I've seen him a few times in concert. His brother Tim Kinsella has a band called Captain Jazz, which is kind of hit or miss, but it's kind of chaotic. You might like it, I don't know. And then his brother, or his cousin, I think it is, Nate Kinsella, has a band called Birthmark, I believe, which is, I like it. But yeah. Anyway, Squawg, I appreciate that, man. And thank you for reminding me about the new Tool song. I'll definitely check it out. And David Watches Movies. Thank you for the super chat and channel support as well. Recently got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas again. Huge nostalgia trip. Just wondering if you had any games like that hit you right in the nostalgia sweet spot. Yeah, I do. I have games like, well, the original Half-Life and Half-Life 2 definitely do that for me. Anything on the N64, I used to play, I mean, like Mario 64, hands down, one of the most nostalgic games I can ever fire up. It's been a couple of years. I still have my Nintendo 64 and that game. It's been a few years since I fired that up. I don't have any nostalgia for GTA. I played the first one when it came out on my buddy's computer. But for whatever reason, I've never been that nostalgic or really into GTA games. Games like, there's some MMOs that obviously don't really exist anymore and you can't really play them, like Asheron's Call or Tabula Rasa, or Dark Age of Camelot. And occasionally when I want to go down a little nostalgia trip, I Google some gameplay and some clips and stuff like that, just to be like, oh yeah, those games are fun, you know. But for the most part, it's a lot of N64 stuff. And if we're talking PC, I usually get a little nostalgia chill from firing up some Hexen or some Duke Nukem 3D and some original Doom, you know, or some classic Half-Life, you know. But yeah, I still don't have GTA 5 on the PC. I had it on the PS3. I sold my PS3 a couple years ago, and I've never tried the online capabilities. Which eventually I will. The game's like always super expensive still, right? Eventually I'll get it. We'll see. But yeah, and Psychotic, thank you for the super chat and channel support once again, man. Oh, I've been working on a theme song for you. Hopefully I'll be able to upload it soon. It sounds really cool, really relaxed, really you. Nice. I'd love to hear that for sure. Yeah, that sounds really cool. I'd absolutely. When you're done with it, fire it to me on Twitter, and I will absolutely give it a listen. And yeah, if you want me to, I can see if I can throw it in the subscriber section like I normally have music, you know, that kind of stuff. But that's a really cool idea. I've always wanted to make my own music for the channel. It's just very time consuming, you know. But like I used to play the guitar a lot, and I've been wanting to write songs lately. I used to do that. I mean, that was all I used to do as a kid, and I've been wanting to do that for a long time. But yeah, man, whenever you're done with it, fire it over to me on Twitter, and I would love to get a listen for sure. And Grant Guthrie, once again, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Game recommendation: XCOM 2 with a couple of Star Wars conversion mods might be something you would enjoy. I've had somebody recommend, I didn't know there was, let's see, XCOM 2 Star Wars. I've had somebody recommend XCOM games to me. I don't think I was aware that there were Star Wars mods, which sounds silly, right? If a game is moddable, oh, this looks cool. If a game is moddable, there will be Star Wars mods, right? Stormtroopers sitting in a drop ship, it looks like. Looks really neat. Let's see. This might be something fun to stream. Grant, let's see. Let me find a good website to... Okay, so total Star Wars conversion. Is that what you said? Conversion mods, okay. WOTC, what does that stand for? Let's see. Not Wizards of the Coast, right? No, there's no way, right? No. Star Wars total conversion. Okay, I'm going to bookmark this, and maybe it's something that... maybe it's something I can play on a stream sometime. XCOM 2 is $60 still? Is that right? Holy shit. Game came out over 3 years ago. That's crazy. But yeah, maybe I'll end up getting that for some Star Wars action. I don't know anything about XCOM, but if there's some... Okay, there is multiplayer. Maybe I'll see if my buddies want to play it. I don't know if they've ever played it. Best strategy game. Is this a strategy game? Alright, I'm going to have to look into this. I'm going to have to look into this for sure. But I appreciate the recommendation there, Grant. I didn't know it was considered a strategy game. Interesting. Alright, now my curiosity is piqued even further. I'll check this out for sure. But I appreciate that, Grant. And Orko, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Once again, man, the final super chat and channel support before I jump off. I greatly appreciate that, man. Let me take a quick sip of coffee. Orko says, if you liked Stellar Drone and AF, I would recommend checking out Star as Lights and Into It Over It. Okay, let me see. Star as Lights. Is that Star? Is that all one word? Nothing's coming up. Okay, let me not put it in all one word. Type it in the chat again, Orko. I'm not seeing anything come up for that. Star as Lights. Stars as Lights. Okay, cool. There we go. Nice. I'll definitely check this out. Oh, my daughter's waking up. That was only like 45 minutes of her napping. Man. Maybe she'll go back to sleep. We'll see. Alright, I got this bookmark. I'll definitely check it out. And what was the other one? Into It Over It. Into It Over It. Nice. Into It Over It is the indie rock solo project of Chicago. Oh, my buddy's from Chicago. Bass musician Evan Thomas Weiss is considered one of the leading acts in the emo revival scene of 2010s. Nice. I'll check it out for sure. For sure. I appreciate the recommendations as always, man. And I'm sure you've heard of them, but There's a band called Hammock that if you've never heard of, 100% check it out. It's kind of the band that got me into a lot of the stuff that I listen to now, like Stellar Drone, you know. But yeah, I appreciate the recommendation, man. But all right, guys, I gotta jump off. My daughter's wiggling. She might be waking up. We'll see. Maybe I might jump in the shower real quick and see if she'll go back to sleep. But all right, everybody. Tonight is the supporter Q&A. Nice, love Hammock. Me too. Me too. So yeah, tonight is the supporter Q&A. If you're a fleet member on right now, feel free to hop on. Please hop on tonight. We'll have a really low key, shooting the shit kind of chat. There's usually a few supporters on. I know it's kind of difficult for people to get on, and not all of the fleet members are, you know, Eastern time, so it's kind of difficult to accommodate everybody. But yeah, around 7 p.m. Eastern time if you can make it. If not, it's always archived and it will be uploaded the next day. So, Doge Squadron, thank you so much for the final super chat of the stream. I greatly appreciate that, man. Hey HG, hope your day is going well. I was wondering if you have any updates on releasing your book. So it's all done. The audiobook is done. Everything's recorded. Everything's written. Everything's finalized. All that I need to do is write the description for Amazon and put it on the store for release. So you might have not seen this, Doge. The day that I release the audiobook, I'm going to play this, what you're watching right now. This... It's going to be the first chapter, Doge. The first chapter is going to be streamed for like 12 hours on loop. I believe the first chapter is like 35 minutes long. This is an introduction to it, to the stream, just describing the book and what you're about to listen to. So once the audiobook finishes on the stream, the video will loop and this intro will play. And then it'll go back into the audiobook, and then it'll loop, and this intro will play, and it'll go back into the audiobook, you know? So it'll be a nice little preview for anybody that's wanting to, you know, see if it's something that they might like. Because it's not all Star Wars, you know? It's a pretty personal book, way more personal than I was initially setting out to make it. Which, you know, it's different. We'll see. So, do I have a date? No. I'm at this moment, I'm kind of debating about doing it in a month or two, maybe closer to the release of The Rise of Skywalker, and closer to when me and my wife are going to be moving into our new house. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you know me. I don't really plan anything. I fly by the seat of my pants. If I feel like uploading it tomorrow and putting it up for sale, I'll do it. So it's... We'll see. And when I know, you'll probably know too, because I'll probably decide the day of, you know. So, anyway, Doge, I appreciate that channel support this afternoon. All right. Can you hear my daughter talking? Maybe not. Yep. All right, she's up. Time for me to go daddy to the rescue. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for, oops, there we go. Thank you for the support this afternoon. I greatly appreciate it. If you're a fleet member, maybe I'll see you tonight. If I don't see you tonight, the stream will be archived as always. Let me run down the list. Doge Squadron, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Orko, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Grant Guthrie, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Psychotic, thank you for the super chat and channel support. David Watches Movies, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Squog, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Bradfurley 42, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Tom Grove, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Grant, thank you for becoming the latest member of the fleet. Connor Johnson, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Cool. All right. Until next time, everybody. Have fun. Be nice. Kick some ass. Don't step in the bullshit of all the rumor machines. We've seen all the rumors come and go, and they fizzle out to nothing. It's silliness. All right. All right. See ya.